Hello and welcome to another IFRS session with AARO. My name is Stella Chege, an IFRS consultant and trainer in AARO Academy. In today's session, we'll be looking at integrated reporting. For a number of years, entities have been producing or preparing separate reports for different uses. For instance, we have the financial reports that are used to disclose the financial performance of an organization. These reports also include corporate governance information about the company's strategy, the policies and procedures in accomplishing the strategies, and also the board composition. We also have the sustainability report that is used to communicate an organizational impact to the economy, to the environment, and to the society at large. Many stakeholders cannot pertinently use the information disclosed in these separate reports, and therefore, there is a need for an integrated report. So, what is an integrated report? This is a report that integrates corporate and governance information, financial information, and sustainability information into one report. Now, this one reports communicates an entity's strategy and governance, an entity's current performance and future prospects in the context of its external environment. An integrated report is not a mere combination of information from the different reports. Rather, it discloses and connects information in the context of value creation. This means that stakeholders are able to see the interrelation between financial and non-financial information. Challenges such as globalization, climate change, income inequalities, gender inequalities have shaken the public confidence in large corporations. There is a growing call for entities to include a broader set of stakeholders in their decision-making, going beyond just their shareholders. An integrated report communicates how an organization creates value to its stakeholders. So that is, how does an organization create value to its shareholders, to its employees, to the society at large, among others. An integrated report enhances the way an entity thinks, plans, and reports about the story of its business. So in terms of thinking, it enhances how an organization thinks about creating value to its stakeholders. So integrated thinking can help an organization embed sustainable business practices in its organization. 2, integrated report or integrated reporting enhances how an organization plans its business. So this is in terms of the strategy. Coming up with a strategy that will enhance or will ensure that an organization creates value to its stakeholders. So this strategy should also include key performance indicators that an organization will use to measure performance. So to learn more about the key performance indicators that one can use in their different strategy, we invite you to register for our training. Now, thirdly, an integrated report enhances how an organization informs its stakeholders about how it is creating value over time. So remember, the report should also be based on the organization strategy. What are value capitals? Value capitals are the resources or relationships that are used by an entity to produce products or to provide services. Now, these capitals are usually inputs into an organization business model. So these inputs are usually transformed through an organizational activity to be able to produce an output that creates value. So for example, if you have employees which fall under the human capital as your input, the employees can be transformed by training your employees in order to offer services that are quality in nature, and thus the output will be better and you will be creating value. Which value capitals should an entity consider when doing integrated reporting? Traditionally, capital is thought of money, which you call the financial capital, or assets such as machines, which you call the manufactured capital. The financial and manufactured capital have been and continue to be included in financial reports. However, we have other factors of production, such as land, labor, that an entity utilizes when producing its products or offering its services. The integrated reporting framework under IFRS Foundation provides capitals to be used as guidelines for ensuring that an organization considers all forms of capital that it either uses or affects. These include 1. The financial capital. These are pools of funds that are used by an organization in producing goods or offering services. So they might have been acquired through issuing equity or debt. We have 2, the manufactured capital. These are physical objects such as plants, machineries, infrastructure that are used in the production of goods or in the provision of services. 3, we have the intellectual capital. This is the organizations or knowledge-based intangibles that are used by an organization in creating goods or offering services. So for instance, patents. We also have the human capital. These are the people competencies and capabilities and experiences that an entity utilizes in the production of goods and provision of services. For example, an entity's employees. We have the social and the relationship capital. These are the relationships between an entity and other entities. So for example, the relationship between an entity and its communities, or the relationship between an entity and other stakeholders, such as customers. And finally, we have the natural capital. So these are the renewable and non-renewable resources that are used by an entity in the production of goods or provision of services. So for instance, you might find a beverage producing company utilizing water and a paper manufacturing company utilizing wood. So which value capitals should an entity include in its integrated report? An entity should include value capitals that are relevant and applicable, and 2, that are material. While most entities interact with almost all of the capitals to some extent, some of the interactions are relatively minor or so indirect. So an integrated report should include interactions, activities that are material to an organization value-creating process. To learn more about integrated reporting, which includes the principles to follow in the preparation and the presentation of an integrated report, what to include in an integrated report, as well as mechanisms to use to ensure credibility of your integrated report, kindly visit our website and register for our integrated reporting training. Thank you.